I kept forgetting about it, even though I put it in my calendar, I kept looking at my email.
You guys have football inside?
We just lifted today because we couldn't, I mean, there was nothing we were gonna do outside. We had our youth camp too, and that we just
26.
So moved.
You don't have to motion. You just
When you're ready.
have to do pledge of allegiance.
Before we do roll call?
Now you do a roll call, then we'll do pledge.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
Bernadone.
Yes.
Contact.
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Ian's, yes. Goff. Ketchum.
Here.
Malcolm.
Now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to have a moment of silence now for Mr. Mike, please. Jared, can you look to see if anyone would like to speak?
Does not appear so.
Okay, sounds like we have some recognition tonight.
Yes, track recognition. I'm gonna let Mrs. Malcolm kind of review a little bit, but Coach Milton, if you want to kind of to see if you worked about the season, that would be wonderful as well.
It's been a while. I think it was a very successful season. I think we had one of our most successful ones in a while. We had 9 students go to state, which I think is one of our highest numbers we've had in, I don't even know how long.
Right.
But yeah, so we had a really good turnout. We had a lot of great kids go out, and we worked really hard, and I think they achieved what they worked for, so.
Wonderful, thank you.
So the following students did go to state: Flynn Lambert, Ziva Zachary, Natalie Moriarty, Jacob Paddock, Tucker Guskuski, Briar Pattenberg, Braxton Pattenberg, JJ Turner, and Caleb Chambers. 2 of our state track athletes are here representing. So we have Ziva and Jacob. Would you guys like to stand? Congratulations. Good job.
It's a fun time. Okay, any questions on the agenda?
Just a brief comment, where you're approving an updated agenda that includes an updated treasurer's report and a few personnel items in a personnel report.
I did look, the state funds are at 3.75, 3.746, almost 3.75, and that's pretty good compared to high CD rate in the area. So you guys know. Agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the updated June 17th agenda?
A motion.
I'll second.
When you're ready.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
Bernadone.
Yes.
Contact.
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Ian's, yes.
Do you want to go over any of the consent agenda, Bob?
Again, just an updated treasurer's report that was included last minute. We had a FOIA request that was answered as well. I got another one today, as a matter of fact, so it was just a little bit too late to get into the agenda, but you'll see that in July. Other than that, pretty much standard information there.
There's still typos in the regular board meeting minutes. Can we get that fixed?
Okay.
Because we shouldn't vote on it if it's not correct, but we'll trust you're gonna fix it. Correct?
Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
Motion.
Second.
When you're ready.
Bernadone.
Yes.
Contact.
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Ian's, yes. McLaughlin.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. The financial report, you want to speak to it, Bob?
So we are at 92% of the way through the school year. Revenues are at 98.72. Expenditures are at 88.20. There are a few funds that were a little behind the curve at this point. Overall, we're okay. I do expect another EBF payment before the end of the month, which will put all of our funds back in good shape by the end of the month.
When they send us EBF, do they count for which fund it goes to, or do we place that?
We place that, yeah, we can place that.
So then things are like out of order right now. Do we fix that?
Yeah, so we place that where I kind of plan ahead of time where that goes, and then once it comes in, Kelsey and I kind of plug it into where it belongs.
So once it's there, we can't move it without following.
Well, it would be like, just like a fund transfer, like you normally would do a fund transfer if it's already deposited. Other than that, overall, we're in pretty good shape. We'll end this fiscal year in pretty good shape. July 1st, we'll start the new fiscal year. Between now and then, it's closing up the school year financially and opening a new school year financially. There's a little bit of a process that takes place with that, and Kelsey is on top of that already. So answer any other questions you might have.
Where does the roof damage come out of?
That would be out of 120.
So it doesn't come out of tort or anything?
Well, the asbestos, because we'll have to test for asbestos. Like I say, there will be asbestos there. And so that will come out of 80.
The roof?
Mhm.
Do you know
But
when
the
that
roof repairs will most likely come out of 20.
Okay, that's what I was at, for the repairs, okay.
Will we get any insurance money out of that?
It's possible. You know, they've been contacted. I think they were out already. And so I haven't heard back from them yet. But
Do we have an update on the roof? I don't see it on the agenda.
well, we're not there yet, but yeah, well,
It's not on the agenda then.
And it might be in principal's report since, were you gonna talk to the roof since you've been in the building?
yeah, that's,
I can.
Okay, when we get there. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the June financial report
I'll motion.
I'll second.
when you're ready?
Conzak,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Gaines, yes, McLaughlin,
Yes.
Bernadone.
Yes.
Okay, Tracy, you're up.
All right, so important dates. When I did this, actually the boiler tearing down has started. They started yesterday morning, actually. So that's been pretty active. And then we also did have Midwest Environmental in testing the ceiling that was damaged from the water leak. So we're supposed to find out on Friday the results of that. July 4th, there's going to be a dedication ceremony. Mr. Beneggy is in charge of that. To remember, if he was here, I think it was a couple of months ago, we talked about doing a dedication for the Vietnam veterans. So that's actually happening on July 4th, I think at 1 p.m.
Yeah, he put something on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just this afternoon.
Campus updates. So the teachers worked super hard at getting all the curriculum mapping done for math. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but this is kind of what it looks like. And what it is basically is a roadmap for the entire year, kindergarten through 8th grade. Every single month, including state standards, everything that's being aligned unit-wise to our new math curriculum. It was a tremendous amount of work, but they did it, they worked hard, and now it's done. So it's just a great resource for them, and it includes any links that they have. As you can see, it's extensive. So I'm very proud of them. They worked really hard on that. And I mean, I know that they hadn't done it before, so to task them, and they just started this in January. And we're going to do the same thing for the new ELA curriculum starting in August. So this is just a great resource for them, and it just kind of maps out their entire third year for that. So thank you for giving us that time to be able to complete that. So yay, good job, teachers. I'm proud of you. You're welcome. PBIS, we had our quarter four celebration. I'm sure you saw the video of me getting dumped by, I think it was a second grader, and she was very proud of it, did a little happy dance. Yeah, it was fun though. Like, I've never been in a dunk tank before, but I would do it again. I have no problem with that. Okay, extended day program. So I did do some analysis to see like what good was it? Like we've never done reteach before, so as you recall, Tuesdays and Thursdays were our reteach days, and it started in February. So I wanted to see, were we getting an impact? So here we are. So this is based on invited and attended. Let me put that up bigger. So you can see, like, especially around spring break, more kids were invited than attended, but it fluctuated back and forth. So we always had attendance, so we always had kiddos here. By grade, here's the breakdown. You guys all have access to this. Looks like fourth grade was one of the biggest ones nominated, but we always had a really good representation of lower grades and upper grades. So we would have one teacher take the lower grades, another teacher take the upper grades. So that worked out really, really well. Area of need, math was the highest area of need, and then homework completion and reading were the next two. And then as far as Tuesdays were attended a lot more than Thursdays, so one is better than none. And this is by recommending teacher. But this is what I kind of wanted to show. Did we actually, if a student attended, did they actually make progress? So I align this to iReady results. The reading progress is in red and the math progress is in yellow. So we had some kind of mixed results, but overall, if they attended, we saw an increase. So that's good. So that's what I wanted to make sure is like, is the reteach program actually helping our kids? Is it filling those gaps? And what kind of results now are we going to have moving forward? So I thought this was really good baseline data to move into next year. So that was my funness. Any questions about?
I wish I
about
liked
reteach?
making charts. They look amazing
Well,
when someone else makes them.
I want to make sure what we're doing is worthwhile, and if it's not working, why, and what do we need to do to tweak it? Because, you know, it's time for the families, it's time for our teachers to stay after, and, you know, all we can do is move, even get better and grow from here. So there's that. And then for the extended day coordinator position, we did have 3 interested candidates. Interviews took place June 4th to the 8th. We're going to talk about that a little later. Projected enrollment, I'm looking at, it looks like we're looking pretty steady for next year. I think we have another kiddo coming from the Catholic school coming into 5th grade. Good. So yeah. And then I do have some preliminary results for IAR test scores. So kind of give you background information. Last year, proficiency levels at proficiency or above in ELA were 37%, and then math was 13%. So that was 2025. We are now at 50, geez, it'd be helpful if I have my cheaters. There we go. 58% for ELA and 34% for math. So gains are made. And what I was really looking at was, did we move up in the proficiency levels, which we did in both accounts, and did we move down in the below proficiency? Because we want to move down in below proficiency because we want to start moving that needle from below to the next step to the next step. And boy, did we. As far as performance level, we definitely went down in that area in below and approaching, and we went up in proficiency for both math and reading, as well as above proficient. Do we have room to grow? Always, but we're definitely heading in the right direction. So that was encouraging. I was happy to see that.
I was supposed to say 2025.
Yeah, I was supposed to say 2025. Thank you.
Just curious.
I'll fix that.
That's all right. I thought I missed something.
Oh, you're good. 20 years difference, you know. That's it. That's all I got for you today.
That's a good question. Why do we have a guest bill? What's this for?
We'll circle back to it.
Okay.
Do you have anything from the athletic director?
Yeah, I'm here.
We haven't met her yet.
Yay!
You're welcome.
Hi. Sorry. I'm Andrea Kowalski, but everyone calls me Kowalski because that's what they call me. I taught Nick many, many years ago. I'm a little injured at the moment, but I'll be all right. Super excited to be here. Obviously, they're student athletes, so to me, being a student is a little bit more important than being an athlete. Like, you have to be a good student in order to be a good athlete, and I truly believe that. I also know that there is a tremendous amount of work to be looked at. I was just given all of the binders that they had over at Lofton. I have keys for this building, but I don't have keys over at Lofton yet, so they said that they would get me those. But I have to work on inventory and coaching contracts and meeting with all the coaches. We're going to do that in a Zoom meeting very soon. I promise I will send you an email. They're setting up that athletic director email for me.
have to do the inventory, update all the forms. I know that they have a breach over there, but that's fine because I am the person that will not only put it on the computer, I will put it on a zip drive in case, because I have been at several schools where they lose everything, but I still have the zip drive, so yay. And I want to make sure we're compliant because we are in IESA, and that's super important. But some things that are happening, we had a volleyball clinic today and tomorrow that is being coached by the Lions juniors, Starved Rock staff, so that's super cool. The Tonica Small Gym was refinished. They're working on the one at Lawson. The big gym will be done next year because it's a flip-flop every other year. That's sort of cool. And we have a proposed basketball camp for first all the way through 8th grade, which should be awesome and great. We're gonna break it into the littles and the biggers, so that sounds great. We do have, on a very positive, our tournament finance account has over $7,000 in it, $7,441.33 to be exact. I know that I am not the money person, but I will report the money things to you. And just looking forward to a great year. I will probably have a more in-depth report in July, but I literally have 6 binders to read over the weekend so that I can familiarize myself with everything that you do and all the stuff that we can do better. So yay, so nice to meet you all. Yay.
Wonderful.
Here I am.
Committees, I don't know if any of our committees have met. It sounds like
We have
insurance needs to be
Correct, we have
setting
not.
up one.
It may not hurt to have a building committee at some point in time, just have to let me know some dates so that I
Sure.
can communicate with Mr. Hermes about that.
Okay. PTC have anything? Does anybody have
They
anything?
do. So, they just sent me something actually about 2 minutes ago. So, they said the PTC has been enjoying a busy and rewarding summer, spending time with our families while also working diligently to secure partnerships and funding for school supplies for the upcoming year. To support this initiative, we have submitted 2 grants applications that, if awarded, would fully fund school supplies for all K-8 students. While we remain hopeful for a positive outcome, we are also confident in our ability to achieve this goal through smaller donations and community partnerships should the grants not be approved. The support we have received from local businesses and community members continues to be incredibly encouraging. We are also looking forward to planning our annual Pack the Backpack night in August as we help students and families prepare for a successful school year. Additionally, the PTC funded and paid for an additional bag of rubber mulch to be added to the playground to help maintain a safe and enjoyable play area for the students. So that's from PTC.
Thank you.
Yes, and Tonica Fest wasn't on there, but we do want to thank you for your generous donation. Tonica grade school students will be benefiting from that. We're really hoping to pay for all of Tonica students for the rides. So your donation was definitely, it was well received and it will be used very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion items, insurance renewal, you have that, Bob?
So, insurance renewals normally will come up in July. This is just an informational item only at this point. If you recall last year, we met as an insurance committee last year with Joe Roberts, our broker, 2 people from the teachers union, and then our committee from the board. We all met, discussed insurance options, and Joe ran through the whole gamut. We'll do the same thing again this year, as he'll come and speak with us again, give us the whole gamut of options and where we're at currently with the renewal. And so expect that to be coming soon in July. Capital projects, just an update. As you noticed when it came in, the project has started. They're starting to cut up the old boiler. I didn't think it was going to be until the end of the month before they started, but they started early, which is fine. The earlier the better. We get things rolling on that. And so at some point when they come to deconstruct the wall, this main entrance that faces the baseball diamond will be closed off while there's equipment there and whatnot. So expect that to be coming up soon as well. Regarding financing, the next step in the process for financing is in the bond process is for Vanzetti to provide a bond term sheet for the district to review. This will allow for further evaluation and discussion prior to moving forward. So expect that to be the next step with that. Matt Lamps is currently developing cost estimates and associated budget projections for the air conditioning portion of the project. It's important to note that the air conditioning component will not be funded through bonds. We chose to do that through district funds. He'll have some preliminary figures and budget details for this portion once they come available by hopefully the July meeting. And as always, if further updates unfold, then I'll make sure to get those out to you. Tonic vest, that was one thing that Jennifer wanted to put on.
Actually, Jared, do you want to lead that conversation?
Yeah, it's just something really brief. So for Tonica Fest, we're planning on fireworks this year. This is the first time Tonica's had fireworks, in anybody's memory. Sort of a celebration of the 250. And the only reasonable spot that gives the proper clearances as far as distance is on school property. So I had originally been under the impression that it was part of the Cemetery Association's parcel, but after talking with one of the folks at the Cemetery Association, I think it's on the schools.
Out here in the field, you think?
Yeah. So
You're
it's
going down,
On
right?
the corner?
kind of where the little memorial area next to the cemetery.
Okay.
It's just sort of down the
I
hill
see.
from there. And so we've gotten all the permissions that we need from fire chief and village and stuff like that. But I think in order to make sure that all the insurance and everything is properly accounted for, we may need a signature from either you or from Jim, I think, depending on the time.
Is it similar to what we do with the church for the Vacation Bible School, the use of the property? They have to show their own insurance?
Yes, they would need to provide some insurance.
Yeah,
Of course.
the outfit that's organizing the fireworks is, fully insured
I'm sure.
and all of that stuff. But I think like I said, I may need a signature
Yep, no
from
problem.
one of you guys at some point soon.
Yeah, so maybe when you come for the signature, bring their insurance information.
Yeah, I got it.
Um,
Oh, and I should mention also, I think probably the preferred viewing area for the fireworks would be our parking lot, our normal where we park here.
What would be the trajectory of the actual fireworks then?
Straight up.
This way, this way,
Preferably away from the building.
Yeah.
that way?
Yeah, I think most of them, I don't think he's planning it. He understands, the guy that's running the show, he understands this is a relatively small show, small area. So he's not planning on any of
If
the.
the wind's coming this way, can we cancel it?
Yeah, this guy's very experienced. He won the national competition last year, the whole country.
Really?
Yeah, I guess he's got quite a name for himself. He does Princeton's, he does Streeters. So this is kind of small potatoes for him. So I think he knows what he's doing. He's taking most of the precautions.
And there'll be like a fire truck right by there in case something lands on.
Al is planning on having a truck.
We'll have to
Yeah,
have
the whole
a couple
time.
trucks probably
Just want to
available.
be, right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'll have.
Glad to be in your room. Yeah, good shirt.
We're just gonna take out the music room. It's okay.
Oh, you're making me sweat.
We'll have a couple fire trucks in it.
I think that was,
We're-
I don't know, after living in Arizona for a long time, like we couldn't even have fireworks.
Yeah, it's dry down there.
Okay. Action items, is there anything we need to review?
Just the first two items there, the student handbook and the staff handbook, there've been no additions or edits to those between when we first introduced them and now. We've had a first reading, and so this is just the approval tonight.
Everything you want in there is in there, Tracy?
The only caveat would be, ISB is supposed to come out with directive as of July 1st about AI. And I kind of wondering if we should hold on approval of the student handbook until we get further guidance, because it hasn't been released yet, but they have to have something out for districts. And I feel like at this point we have a little blurb, and that was from the IPA model handbook, which is fine, but if that changes, or I don't know, and I was actually in on an interview committee with the Learning Technology Council, who we contract
Mhm.
with, and, they haven't heard yet either, so I kind of feel like we should
Is there
maybe
any idea of when that would come out?
July 1st.
Oh, okay. Well, you could approve it in July, there's no
Mhm.
problem.
So if we could, just to make sure,
Yeah,
like,
we
cause
can
if we
either approve
approve
it,
it now,
we'd have to amend it.
we'd have to amend it.
We'll just table it.
But the employee handbook, I think is good.
Staff handbook, you think that one's ready?
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve the 26-27 staff handbook?
Hold on, are we done with discussion? I thought we were gonna talk
No.
about this gas bill and the roof.
Well, that's probably, the gas bill's probably closed session. The roof, when do you talk about the roof?
I wanna know what's going on with the roof.
So, yeah, so Tracy was gonna include that in her building report, but, this would have been, last Wednesday, I think. Last Wednesday, we had some water damage to the roof. It's about a quarter of the way down the main hallway. About a spot of about 3 feet by 4 feet approximately. It's ruined the tiles, and then above the tiles is kind of the dead space, and then above that, there's the steel girders that are coated with asbestos, what I strongly suspect are asbestos-laden material. That's what they're testing soon. In the classroom that's just adjacent to that would have been a 3rd grade classroom. There was a little bit of water damage that came in through what Derek thinks came in through the light. And so nothing major, but we'll just need to find out where the source of the leak is. From what I understand from them, when they came to look at the leak itself, the roof, they said is in pretty good shape. The drain, they said there might be some issues with some of the surrounding material around the drain. And Tracy and I were talking about this today, that since I've been here, I don't know that we've had anyone go up on the roof and routinely inspect the drains, which is something probably needs to be done at least once, if not twice a year. And typically in October, after the field work is done over here, we go up and check the drains and make sure they're draining properly, and again in the spring. So that's what I would recommend going forward, is to make sure Derek gets to the roof and inspects the drains moving forward. But they'll be coming out at some point when to repair?
So they were out on Saturday and they shoveled off a significant amount of water and then found a crack around one of the drain pipes. So kind of put a temporary repair on that. And then also there's some flashing that has kind of peeled away, if you say, right by that 3rd grade classroom. So that's probably where the water seeped in that way.
Is there like no
So-
sloping to any of these
Everything
roofs?
slopes to the middle.
Yeah,
they do.
it's just kind of,
It's very strange.
Why
Yeah.
is that?
well, and that's probably,
It's an industrial roof.
Flat, and that's probably where the drain.
And that's
Shouldn't
why
it
it's the
slope the
drains.
other way though?
I mean, you want to slope towards the drain.
Do we have tiles to replace the tiles once we get the
Yeah,
repairs
we've got
done?
some of this stuff.
We're not gonna have 2 different color tiles in the ceiling?
I don't know the answers to
Okay.
that. But he is coming back with his boss because he wants his boss to put eyes on the roof. He said the actual flat roof itself looks okay, but they were talking about the vapor barrier underneath it and possibly having to put some sort of venting system or something. They haven't come back yet, but it sounded like it was gonna be at some point this week. He did not give me an exact date of when they're coming back.
Was there more damage done today with the rain?
There's no leaking or anything in the building
Okay.
that Derek or any of us have seen, so like, I mean, that speaks well to the roof and how good a shape it's in. I think we haven't had any problem since I've been here, and I think even before that, Chuck has hadn't had any problems either, so. And they even said that the roof material, the roof itself is in pretty good shape, so that's a good sign. I mean, so I think it's just a matter of making sure we maintain the drain system and making sure they're draining
Because,
properly.
I mean, we don't even have golf, so how would a golf ball get in
Yeah.
the drain?
I don't think it would either.
That was a different roof part. But
I
That's a
know,
different
but
part of the
still, it makes me wonder how many golf balls are up there.
Tracy found an old, diagram from the last health, life safety audit, where that part of the roof is only 12 years old. The roof.
How long
that
a
was
roof's
leaking.
usually good for in a commercial
More than-
building?
The other
Usually
part of the
it's
roof is like 30 years.
Usually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Usually
Well, I
about a
know
year.
when you're,
The oldest
what
part
past
is
this was
1988.
done, something was done over here, some
It
repairs.
was like 2014. So,
Well, we
she's
had
got
some
it over
repairs last year over on the corner over here, but they weren't
No, it's not
anything,
there,
that
no.
was,
there. The most recent was like 2012 or 2014, I think, 12 years ago.
2014.
were the
That
most
would make
recent
sense.
ones.
That sounds right.
Maybe 2018.
There was something little I think then, but
Yeah.
we
Okay.
get the sheets.
Pardon?
How about the gutters?
You guys talk
I
about?
just talked to Derek,
Okay.
because I was
Okay.
like, because it was raining pretty good, I'm like, see, that's what
Yeah.
They got, I think all of the gutters need a really good cleaning, because they're not actually draining.
Yeah.
They're pouring.
Yeah, okay.
So the
Is-
drains in the middle,
Yeah.
because Tracy called me because Derek was busy with some other stuff and then came up to look, and the drains in the middle had, like, it was basically leaf residue, because we got trees hanging over the roof. So I dug them out and got the roof to drain, because from those pictures I took earlier in the week, it still hadn't drained. And then talking to the guy here, he said they offer a program where they'll come look at it once a year as well,
Yeah.
and just look for some of the stuff, because some of the stuff he showed me, or like he found that that thing along the side. I don't know that Derek or I would have had any idea to look for that.
You're talking about
Like,
the
you need a
flashing
professional-
part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a professional for that, so it sounded like they offered a service I think would be well worth our investment to let them come look once a year, maybe when his boss comes and talk to him about it. I think that's definitely worth our while to keep our roof maintained.
Absolutely.
He talked about possibly doing something with an extension where it kind of wraps around so that flashing is protected so that the water doesn't seep in. But until they come in, we don't really know.
Yeah, and I think he was putting I thought he was putting something temporary on to get us through until they could figure out a solution, so like when it rained again, it didn't have the same problem. So. But the drains were definitely not helping to not be draining water appropriately.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Any questions? Wish we had more answers.
Yeah.
We're kind of at the mercy of,
So we're waiting for the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
insurance came Monday.
$25,000 deductible. So.
Yeah. Insurance came Monday, Midwest came, they tested. So now we wait.
Okay, we're tabling the student handbook. Do I have a motion to approve the 2026-2027 staff handbook
So moved.
when you're ready?
Gans, yes. McLaughlin?
Yes.
Bernadone?
Yes.
Conzak?
Yes.
Riddick?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Memo of understanding is for the extended day coordinator position that will begin during the 26-27 school year. Does anybody have questions on it? Can I have a motion to, well, I lost my spot, approve the memorandum of understanding the local teacher unions regarding the extended day coordinator compensation?
Motion.
I'll second.
And when you're ready.
All right. Hold on. McLaughlin?
Yes.
Bernadone?
Yes.
Conzak?
Yes.
Riddick?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Gans, yes.
Okay, we're gonna enter executive session. There are motions afterwards.
Motion for it.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna
And
get
motion
pictures
to
of
get
them?
into it.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you
we
wanna
can do
get
that.
pictures?
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
see that.
I think we should.
Can we do a motion? Should we do a motion first?
Got a
Do I
motion
have a
to get into
motion
it.
at 6:20?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
We want pictures in the gym, Carly, or where?
I'm not taking them.
I don't know. You're just, last time you were the picture lady.
McLaughlin?
Because they
Yes.
came.
Bernadone?
Amy,
Yes.
Conzak?
yes.
Riddick?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Gans, yes.
You know, we did have a roof leak in here just a couple years ago. From the library.
In here?
Yep.